In the meantime, I did find my books, my old books. King of the Wind, the story of the Godolphin Arabian. Oh, art, good art. Man, that blur is brutal. I was just showing my old books. Hello, hello. Oh gosh, the blur on this is a pain. Hello, please. The Black Stallion. The Black Stallion's Courage. It's not even the first one. But these are just all my old, like, paperbacks. Awful. These are my old paperbacks from when I was a little horse girly. And then I have a whole collection of these, but if I keep it low, it doesn't blur us out. So like this is one of the newer copies, right? And then this is like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like, it's like matte, so kind of I don't know. Oh, do you see the little check marks on the back? How hilarious. Yeah. So we got like the older style Nancy Drews. I've got several of these. And then like this one, I don't know if you can hear it. Like, I haven't even cracked the spine on these. I got these from my grandmother back when I was, I don't know, 12, 13, something like that. And I've had them ever since. Never cracked them open, right? So the spines aren't broken, nothing. And I've kept them, even at the time, with the thought to have them for my kids. And of course, I have 2 kids now. So I'm very excited that, God, I don't know, probably in like 5 years, they'll be old enough to read these novels. And I think I have the first like 20, right? Because this is number 8. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. It was fun to look through the boxes of books, and I admit that I have boxes of books instead of books on a bookshelf because when I moved the last time, they murdered my bookshelf and I just never replaced it, mostly because my kids are very little, and my littlest one, he would absolutely have a grand old time removing every book off of the bookshelf that he could reach. So I was like, I might as well just keep them in the in the boxes for now. I honestly read mostly on my Kindle, so like I was like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine for this one place that we live, because my husband and our family move a lot for his work. So we're never in one place more than a couple of years. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's load up in here and see what we're doing. So if I remember correctly, we were in Mary Yazi's shop. We were looking at all of her cool stuff. We have the pieces to open the chest. And we just need to figure out how to open it. I thought that the clock on the mantle might be the key because it was broken and set to a specific time. Didn't seem to work. I was thinking here in just a second, we'll go ahead and maybe look at the chest again and double check how many clicks there are in a circle so that we've got an idea that we're looking for a 3-part code with, X number. All right, let's turn around, go back to the...
Maybe that heart design is some kind of clue. Maybe I need to learn more about the history of this trunk.
So my other thought was, right, E-H-A-H, right? So could the E and the A be numbers and H? But again, I wanted to look at the numbers here. Okay, so if we start at the top. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it is definitely 12 around. It could be the clock. Okay, too easy. Oh, this is some serious music. Alright, I'm gonna go back to this one. Oh, yeah. Running. Level 1 was easy enough, and then I just completely messed up level 2. I wonder what we get if we, So I think this is where the problem is, right? Yeah. himself blocked in. Oh, Lord. It's like the jewelry heist all over again. So we were talking about bucket list. I have it written here. Bucket list. Oh, go to a Titanic museum exhibit. I am fascinated by the Titanic. Go on an Alaskan cruise, which is something that I can probably do while I live here. Okay, oh, this is promising. Yeah, there we go. A little bamboozle there. Hey. I bet you we gotta go up. Maybe up and around. You know what? Let's see. Can we bait him out? We gotta kind of like bait it out, right? There we go. So that he can't come around and catch us on the outside there. Nice. But there's... Oh, I was gonna say...
Cool. An old token. Or something.
Can I see it? Dry Creek, 1.5 cents. Merchants. Fun. Charlena Purcell. I think that was the picture of the lady on the desk. Highly successful romance novelist Charlena Purcell will be touring the Southwest this summer. A meticulous, tireless researcher, Miss Purcell knows more about what went on in 19th century Arizona than most historians. Remember Bess and George mentioned 19th century costumes? What do you want to bet we gotta, like, dress up and be like her photo shoot lady or something? Liv, welcome in! We haven't done anything but beat the little coyote game. I finally figured out what it needed me to do. You have to kind of like bait and switch the coyotes to get them out of the way. And then we did confirm that the lock on the chest has 12 clicks that you can do. So maybe we'll go and double check the clock back at the Shadow Ranch and see if maybe I got the numbers wrong, you know. To speak in front of your favorite organization and hear firsthand how she puts together her wonderfully detailed, emotionally rich works of fiction. Call her today, 917-555-9762. I always wonder, phone numbers like this, do they actually have anything, like if you call it, you know? Like wind through my heart. I can't say much. I'm sure I've read romance novels like this.
Hi, can I help you with something?
Is that you riding that beautiful Palomino in the picture?
I won something that looks like a token when I played that game over there. What is it?
They actually used those for something back in the 1880s, but I don't know what.
Feels like that'll be important later.
Is that you riding that beautiful Palomino in the picture over there?
That's my horse Banner. I train him myself.
She's very pretty. What else can you do? You train horses?
You train horses?
Just on the side. Someday I'd like to do it professionally, but it would take money to get started, and money is one thing I'm not very good at making.
Oh, man.
It was great talking to you.
Catch you later.
Okay. Let's see. Let's check our study up on horses so I can pass text quiz.
That's done.
Okay. So still just finding out about the Phantom. Bank robbers from Denver were apparently spotted recently in Tumbleweed, which isn't far from here. No getting away from crime, even in a place as beautiful as this. I feel like it wants me to do something here, but... Rattlesnakes. Out of the 17 types of rattlesnakes that call Arizona home, the western diamondback is the most common. It gets its name from the brown and tan diamond-shaped markings on its back, and adults are commonly... Oh, Lord. 4 to 5 feet long. It had a flat triangular-shaped head, long, tubular, retractable fangs, oval eye pupils, a thin neck, thick, powerful body, and a white tail with black rings, at the end of which is usually, although not always, a rattle. Okay. Although they are usually found on dry land, they are excellent swimmers. That's good to know. What's the... B, aren't you the one who was really into snakes? Was it black on yellow, friendly fellow, red on black, stay back or something? Isn't there like a banding that you're supposed to look for on snakes? Diamondbacks hibernate in the winter in rocky crevices or holes. In the cooler months of spring, they may be found in open areas while they soak up the sun. While in the hot summer months, they tend to remain in the shade in the daytime, doing most of their hunting at night, which is why they ended up in the Raleighs. They feed on small mammals, lizards, birds, which they inject with venom, then swallow whole, eating every 2 to 3 weeks, which is what I would love to do. Baby rattlesnakes are born live and are extremely poisonous from birth. Lovely. When disturbed, most rattlesnakes will try to withdraw, but if it feels threatened, a rattlesnake will coil defensively, and usually, though unfortunately not always, shake its rattle in warning. If you encounter a rattlesnake, leave it alone and leave the area immediately. Chances are, when you return, the snake will be gone. Most people are bitten when they choose to disturb or attempt to handle rattlesnakes. Although, in defense of, what's his name, Ed, you can't just let the rattlesnake live in your bedroom. Rattlesnake bites can be fatal. If you are bitten, you should not apply a tourniquet. Cut the bite site and try to suck out the venom, as many old first aid books suggested. Good lord. Nor should you apply ice to the site or immerse the bite in a bucket of ice water. Said remain calm, wash the bite with soap and water, keep the bitten area still and lower than the heart, and go immediately to the nearest hospital. Do not waste time trying to capture... Where is it? Or kill the snake. Contrary to popular belief, it is not necessary to know exactly what type of snake you were bitten by in order to receive effective medical treatment. Also, I have a premonition that we are going to get bit by a rattlesnake if we mess up. The bite of a rattlesnake is instantly painful. No, really? Swelling occurs within minutes. Discoloration occurs within hours. Some victims experience a metallic or rubbery taste in the mouth. Nausea, chills, sweating, and weakness are common symptoms. At the hospital, victims are treated with antivenom. Because the venom on a diamondback is hemotoxic, it can cause blood clotting problems. Hemo is referring to blood. Happily, the majority of rattlesnake bites are successfully treated with as little as 2 to 3 days of hospitalization. Lovely. Don't remember because the little rhyme doesn't actually help you. Okay, well that's good to know. Thankfully, we don't have poisonous snakes here. Oh, that's good. Best rule of thumb is just not to mess with snakes if you weren't 100% sure what it is. So, I grew up in the South. Obviously, I'm sure my accent did not give that away. And we have what are called cottonmouths. You know, water moccasins. All of these live in the water and will absolutely bite you. Yeah, I have a healthy respect for snakes. Hi, Bob. I love you. Okay. Trail stop, Cougar Bend.
I don't need that right now.
Thanks, Nancy. I was just gonna check if we had water. I mean, I think we got plenty of time.
I don't need that right now.
You are up ahead. I just want to check what time it is. Isn't there a time? Oh! Who did I call? Oops.
Hello? Hi, guys.
So what Aunt Bet and Uncle Ed say?
Get this. Last night, Uncle Ed and Aunt Bet found a rattlesnake in their room.
Oh my gosh! Are they okay?
Well, actually, it bit Uncle Ed.
Is he alright?
He will be. Right now, he's in the hospital. He'll probably be there for a day or two. Aunt Bet's staying with him.
Oh my gosh!
And apparently a phantom horse showed up at just about the same time as that snake.
A phantom horse? Of all the times to get stranded in some stupid airport. Look, you just better keep us posted, Nancy Drew. That's all I gotta say.
Dang, pulling out the full name. So, Liv, I didn't even really think about the fact that I live kind of close to a wilderness, and Vormir gets on like Facebook, like the neighborhood page, and someone had a bear in their backyard, like a half mile from my house, and I'm like, oh, that's great. I honestly didn't think we were that close to like actual like forest, but sure enough. And it was a baby, and I didn't see the mama. So I'm like, okay, where is your mama? Because she's gonna be around. Alright, let's see. Apparently last night,
this glowing horse came galloping up out of nowhere, caused a huge commotion. then went galloping off and disappeared.
It was glowing?
Liv, I take the kids out on a walk, like in the stroller, and I'm sitting here thinking I'm gonna need to start bringing like a shillelagh or something just in case. I do not need a bear coming up on us. Because there's a really nice path like behind the neighborhood, but where this bear was sighted is where the path would like be, and I'm like, I can't deal with that.
Evidently, it was pretty spooky.
You're there investigating phantom horses, and what are we doing? A big fat nothing. That does it, George. We're suing the airline.
Sue the airline. Okay. Let's see. Cook Shorty says the phantom horse belonged to this outlaw. Don't you think it kind of odd how the rattlesnake showed up in the Raleigh's bedroom right after the phantom horse? I honestly, I mean, I don't know if I'm just not suspicious or not, but I don't feel like the rattlesnake and the horse have anything to do with each other. Like in real life, right? I don't think it would. I think that could very much have been a coincidence. I'm sure it's not going to be, because it's a mystery.
The cook, Shorty Thurman, he says the phantom horse belonged to this outlaw named Dirk Valentine, who was hanged back in the 1880s.
Is this Valentine guy a phantom too?
I don't think so.
Well, how come his horse got to become a phantom and he didn't? Beth, phantoms don't really exist, okay?
According to legend, seeing the horse is bad luck.
I believe it. I mean, look at what happened to the guy who owned him.
I don't think it's the horse's fault. Look at the snake summon the ghost horse. Right. Let's see. Can you see this on the... Yeah, see? Look at that baby bear in the back of somebody's freaking yard. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. Never been bothered before. And in an emergency, I'm sure I could run quite well. Okay. What happened to the guy who owned him? I don't think the horse had anything to do with the outlaw being, I don't know, hung for his crimes. Never run from a bear? Okay, well that's good to know. What do? Do you kick it? Like a shark? Punch it in the nose?
Don't you think it's kind of odd how that rattlesnake showed up in the Raleigh's bedroom right after that phantom horse showed up outside?
You don't buy that it was an unfortunate coincidence?
I think it was more like a well-planned distraction.
So, you're saying someone used the horse to lure everyone outside, then put the snake in their room, knowing no one would be watching?
It's possible, don't you think?
But if you're right, it means someone wants to hurt Aunt Bet and Uncle Ed. Oh my gosh! If you're right, it means that someone is on the ranch.
And whoever it is must be working with an accomplice. You know, someone to wrangle the horse.
So everyone there is a suspect.
That's right.
Well, you don't have to sound so happy about it.
I have the sad feeling it's gonna end up being Shorty just because he's nice, and that's how these things go, right? So, okay, so you gotta be big, right? I'm gonna try to die. I'm gonna die trying to pet an animal I really shouldn't. Like, what do they call it? The murder kittens, you know? Like a big old mountain lion. Have I told the story about, like, my great-great-great-grandmother that got eaten by a mountain lion? It's, of course, an oral history, so I don't know how true any of it is, but apparently, like, a great-great-great-great-grandmother out in Mexico was going to get water from the stream because her kids were still too young to do so, and she got eaten by a mountain lion on the way. And so there's that, that little fun piece of family history. Liv and B are like, you're what now? Well, because, you know, the first time I heard the story, I was like, well, that can't be true if I'm descendant from this lady, but it's because her kids were too young to do it. But yeah. So yeah, apparently, you know, the wilds of Mexico, it was like a mountain lion or something like that, ate a great-great relative. So, you know, that's fun. I like we're so off track talking about bears and stuff. I really didn't mean to call them.
I finally went for a trail ride.
You went horseback riding?
I rode to this store that this woman
We're
named
just making
Mary
them terribly
Yazzie
jealous.
owns. She seems to have a bit of an attitude problem when it comes to the Raleighs.
Well, no, duh. Obviously, there's something going on. Someone once told me that if you see one while hiking, it's probably been following you for hours. What? I didn't even know that. Oh my god. That's great.
Apparently, she wants to buy some land from the Raleighs that they don't want to sell.
What's on the property?
I don't know. I should
that's a
probably
good
call the
question.
Raleighs and ask them.
Good idea. And the sooner the better.
Okay. Oh. I don't think we need any hints yet. I really didn't mean to
That's
call
it for
them.
now.
Have fun. Wish you were here. Kidding.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and call the Raleighs, because I feel like we need to know. I honestly, you don't want to think bad about, was it Bess and George's uncle and aunt, but, like, they're a little suspicious here. Selling the weird trunk without, like, offering to unlock it. Not selling the property, but then sending us with that letter saying so that we can deal with the flack of that. Like...
Hello?
Hi, Mrs. Raleigh. It's Nancy again.
Hi, Nancy. It's Nancy.
I can hear that.
How is Mr. Raleigh doing?
Let's get something
Still
straight
talking.
right now. Even though we're Bess and George's aunt and uncle and not yours, I want you to call us Aunt Bet and Uncle Ed too. Got that?
All right.
Good. Now, what was the question?
How is Uncle Ed doing?
Well, he's running a slight fever, so the doctors are a little concerned.
Oh, I'm fine.
They're going to keep him here overnight, just to make sure he isn't developing some kind of infection. Oh, but enough about us. How are you doing?
So I'm interested to hear your guys' opinion on this. I find it really hard when people want me to, like, call them, like, aunt, uncle, whatever, when they're not my aunt and uncle. It's just, it weirds me out for some reason. I don't know if, does anyone else have that? Like, it just feels odd to do so? Or am I just odd? Yeah.
I delivered that envelope to Mary Yazzie like you asked. She seemed a little upset when she read that you'd turned her down.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint her, but if we sell that property to her, it would send a signal to other would-be buyers that we're interested in selling the ranch off bit by bit, and we're not.
Okay, I feel like these are two really good questions. I want to get your guys' opinion here. What does she want the property for, or is that the first time she's tried to buy it from you? I feel like... Right, like I'm talking like, a random friend of your father or something be like, call me Uncle Jeff, and you're just like, okay, but like, Few cousins, Aunt Nicole. Mountain lions really try to eat people. That's good. Either really desperate food or trying to protect their cubs. In the latter case, you just gotta back away until they walk off. In the former, I'm so sorry. Great. throw your trail mix at them and pray. What do you think? I feel like I want to ask about, like, what the property's for, because I feel like asking this second question just seems a little bit off the wall.
What does she want the property for?
I have no idea. The parcel she wants to buy is nowhere near her store, and there's nothing but rocks on it. Maybe someone else there at the ranch knows, but we sure don't.
I bet you there's either cultural significance, or again, like untapped oil or gold or something. Or buried treasure. Isn't this Dirk Valentine character an outlaw? Perhaps there's like a chest of gold or something. Or this dang chest that we're trying to unlock in the store is the chest of gold?
I heard about the phantom horse. Was last night the first time it showed up?
As far as I know, it was the strangest thing. Shorty kept babbling about how it was the ghost of the horse that belonged to some outlaw.
Dirk Valentine?
But that was right after Ed got himself bit, and we were all running around trying to get him into the truck to take him to the hospital, and I really wasn't paying much attention.
So, Liv, the excuse that Bet here on the phone gave us was that they don't want to signal to other landowners that they want to sell their stuff off bit by bit. And I guess I get that. But in some ways, I'm like, if you're not using it... But I mean, I don't know, land is valuable, And I don't know. It seems like they're like maybe kind of friends with this lady, or at least like acquaintances. It's like you just say no if somebody else asks. Like that's all you gotta do. All right, let's ask about the snake. I'm sure she's gonna blow us off.
Do you have any idea how that snake got into your room?
None at all. We heard the horse come galloping up, so we jumped out of
Jay.
bed and ran outside to look. When we came back, there it was, right there on the floor by the bed.
Has that ever happened before?
No, and if it ever happens again, well, it just won't, that's all.
Okay, bet.
Why do you have a
care about
painting of Francis Humber?
I just thought it would give the den some character, that's all. I found it in the tack room under a pile of junk.
Okay.
So the former owners left behind a lot of stuff?
The vibes
I
are off.
swear, it's like no one who lived at Shadow Ranch ever bothered to take their things with them when they left. When we moved in, the place was literally full of junk.
Let's see, what did you do with it? Because, like, obviously they sold the staying chest without looking in it, which is also weird.
What did you do with it?
I sold most of it to Mary Yazzie. She gets a lot of antique collectors in her store. Some things I kept, like Francis's favorite recipes.
And that ridiculous blanket chest. You insisted on keeping that.
Oh, yes, and I kept that triangular-shaped
Okay,
chest
I
in the den.
like
It
the
used to belong
blanket
to Merrill Humber.
thing.
He was Francis's father. And I figured since I was keeping that picture of Francis, it was only fair that I keep something of his.
What kind of logic is that? Oh, gosh.
Okay, I agree with Ed on this one. Okay, so they kept the random picture of this lady that they've never met, who apparently owned the ranch before them. They kept the chest with the blankets, which I really feel like is going to have something inside of it. It was just full of... Okay. I like corner seats like that, though. They're very cute.
It doesn't look like Bess and George are going to get here today.
That's too bad. Why not?
Their plane had to land in Omaha because of mechanical problems. They don't know when they'll be taking off.
So, you'll have all those cowboys to yourself for a while. That Dave is pretty cute.
He's a pretty asshole is what he is. Dave's okay, but Tex is a different story. Are we saying that Tex is attractive, or that Dave is a nice guy and Tex isn't? I'm telling you, Tex is going to end up being a good guy, and Dave is going to end up being not.
He seems a little standoffish.
Oh, he's just a little bashful. He'll
Okay.
warm up to you. He's quite a handyman. Very trustworthy.
Yeah, because those two things
I'll
go
be in
hand in hand.
touch.
Call us anytime.
Okay. Glad to have the beeping stop. Oh, and Jay, this is Bob. Bob, meet Jay. He's a horse that we're riding. Alright, what does it want us to do? Find out whether that Hearts and Doves design on the trunk at Mary Yazzie's has anything to do with how to open it. Call that romance novelist, maybe? Do we have that? Wait, where's my phone? Do we have that number in our directory now? Oh, we sure do. I wonder if I stand out here long enough if I get heat stroke. Figure out how to open the trunk, find out why Mary is so eager to buy that property from the Raleighs. Should we go bother her? Hey, lady, can I talk to you? Can I bother you?
Hi, can I help you with something?
Nope.
It was great talking
Nope,
to you.
apparently not.
Come in again.
Bob is great. Alright, let's give this Purcell lady a call. No.
Charlene Purcell's office.
Hi, my name is Nancy Drew. May I please speak to Miss Purcell?
Concerning?
I'm staying at a ranch in central Arizona, and since she knows so much about the history of Arizona, I thought maybe she could answer some questions for me.
Questions concerning?
Well, I came across a very old trunk that might contain stuff that has to do with these people named Dirk Valentine and Francis Humber. Only I can't open it.
Did you say Dirk Valentine?
And his girlfriend, Francis Humber, yes.
Huh. What would you hold, please?
I wonder if the story is about.
And thank you for calling the office of Charlene Purcell. Miss Purcell's latest novel, like Wind Through My Heart, was an instant bestseller. And like so many of her novels, it recently received the Catherine Cook Award for Historical Excellence. Reading a Charlene Purcell novel is like
She does a lot of research. That's good.
Southwest on the wings of love.
This is Charlena. Who is this again?
Nancy
She
Drew?
has a nice
Tell me
voice.
about the trunk you found.
Well,
Why do I not feel comfortable telling this lady about this trunk? I feel like Mary's about to get robbed. Very weird 3-hole lock mechanism on it. The lock seems to have something to do with this image that's engraved in the trunk.
The lock seems to have something to do
Yeah.
with this image that's engraved on the trunk right above it.
Describe the image.
It's this kind of abstract design made up of hearts and doves and the initials EH and AH.
EH would be Eldridge Humber, and AH would be Abigail Humber. Frances Humber's grandparents on her father's side. Her mother died when she was 10. Now, the picture no doubt commemorates their wedding day, which was
4911.
4911. April 9th, 1811.
Okay, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Gotta write it down. 4, 9, 11. Okay.
Why do you know so much about the Humbers?
I've been running across fascinating tidbits concerning the Humber family and stashing them away for years. When I have enough tidbits stashed away, I may well write a book about them.
Had a
And
feeling.
you'd probably be very interested to know what's in this trunk.
Yes, I would. And since I've helped you, or tried to, it's only fair that you help me, don't you think?
Sure, I'll keep you posted. Did I mention that I'm staying at Shadow Ranch?
This just gets better and better. I'll tell my assistant to put your calls through immediately. By the way, why are you so interested in the Humbers?
Knowing more about them and what happened in the past may help me figure out something that's going on in the present. I'm kind of a detective.
That makes two of us. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
So, I find her voice very attractive. I don't know that I find the vibes very attractive from her. Still kind of murder even if it's in the name of justice, right? Like, it's not like he chose to, you know. Alright, let's give this a shot. You know what? How about we give a nice little save? I wish to save. Yes. Awesome. Just feels like this, you know, could end up being... Let me look it up again. 4911, right? So we gotta go to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Maybe this will open it when we get up to it.
I got the trunk open!
Great, thank you. Go ahead and take something from it. You deserve a reward.
Oh my god, do we just have to pick? Pocket watch seems smart. Can I look at these things? Oh my goodness, okay. I feel like the pocket watch is probably important. We got a pan, scissors, a sheriff's badge. I wish we could, like, look at this.
If I want something else from the trunk, I should put back what I took before.
I want this pocket watch. This pocket watch seems like it's the most helpful. Can I talk to you now?
Hi, can I help you with something?
It was great talking to you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Alright, well, so much for our theory about the,
I wonder how you open this.
how can you turn the...
I wonder how you open this.
Can you turn the pin? Isn't that how you do this?
That's done. Check.
Well, can't talk to the lady anymore, so we're gonna go talk to Bob here. We're gonna go to the trail shop. Talking about snakes. Oh, Snake Canyon. Ooh. Anything to touch? We learned earlier that you gotta touch things in the... Here lies Charlie, best mule whatever lived, never kicked me or nothing. Rip, January 1881. Aw, Charlie. Anything on this side? Oh, what was that? Bob, you making noise? I don't want to wander too far. That's how you die. Okay, so...
I think I'll let Bob do the walking.
Okay. So I guess it was just to look at, Charlie's grave there. So when I lived in West Texas, the mountain areas definitely looked like that last place, where it's just like a lot of shrub brush and cactuses. Although my understanding is the cactuses that look like this, the little arm cactuses, they only exist in Arizona, in specific areas of Arizona. Let's see. Ooh, oh. I wanted to look at the lip.
If I had a rope, I could lasso that tree branch and pull myself up.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, an arrowhead. Nice. Where do you live there? Maybe? Yeah, West Texas was really pretty. Ooh, up in the rock. Oh my god. Ooh. Okay. Oh, more. Go. What was that noise? Sun, maybe? Hi, Bob. Alright, let's go back down. I feel like being precariously perched up there is not the brightest idea. No. Hey, Bobo boy. I wonder if I have any pictures of the desert out there.
Good boy.
Yeah, that's a good boy, Bob. Alright, let's take the tack off then. Give me this. There we go. You're a good horse. You're a good horse. Yes, you are. Okay. Put our stuff back. Gloves. Ooh, Jesus.
Uh-oh. I'd better put that back.
Jay Nash. Main Street, Phoenix, Arizona, Tex, Britain, Shadow Ranch. Why would you open it? Why would you open it, Nancy?
Oh my gosh, Jane Nash is Tex's sister.
Jane Nash is Tex's sister. Lasso yourself a wild one, partner. Still can't believe I got a real life cowboy for a brother. Your little sister Jane. Who's Jane? Who in the heck is Jane?
You still here?
Should I be somewhere else?
Yeah, home in your nice soft Betty Bye. You and your friends, if they ever show up, you ain't gonna last more than 3 days out here.
It's not like we're living in a tent, my man. It's a house with like trail riding. I think we've got it. Also, yes, B, it is a federal crime. And it's like the sapphire theft that we did in the last game where you're just like, this is illegal. Completely illegal. You have no authority to do this. And the fact that the police are just like, yeah, go ahead, we'll get you out if you get caught. That's insanity.
Why do you say that?
City folk can't take living out here. Too rugged, too much work, too dangerous.
I understand you have a sister named Jane Nash.
So what if I do?
Oh. Okay. So let's first things first. Liv, what's gonna happen the next 3 days? So basically, Tex here thinks that we're going to, I guess, die or leave. I hope it's leave, not die, because we can't stand to do the work, even though we've literally worked completely today. You know, getting the eggs, the vegetables, the fire, the water. We did all kinds of stuff. His little sister is Jane Nash, and way back at the beginning in that Rolodex was the roller desk was the letter where it was like, how dare you fire me? Did you know that she used to work for the Raleighs? Nancy, why would he not know that she used to work for the Raleighs?
Did you know that she used to work for the Raleighs?
No, she didn't. What gave you that idea? Hey, you've been snooping, haven't you? In the Raleigh stuff? In my stuff?
Oh, that's great.
I'm just very observant, that's all.
My business ain't none of your business. And that includes any sisters I may or may not have. You need to go.
Well,
I'm busy.
We sure ain't gonna, borrow his, rope now. Oh yeah, observant. Honestly, I mean, obviously I play the game, right? But sometimes I'm like, why are we touching this? This is not ours.
I'm busy.
Oh, okay. Oh, goodness. Alright, I don't think we were supposed to do anything else with Bob, our pal here. We were just supposed to let him be. I accidentally found a birthday card that Tex's sister, whose name is Jane Ness, sent him. All we had to do was put the letter back in his saddlebags, honey. That's all we had to do. Accidentally. Like, it'd be one thing if, like, I don't know, the envelope broke open and we saw the, card. But even at that, don't open the card, just put it back in the envelope and go about your business. Even if he is a bad guy, like, I don't know, it just seems like, keep your paws off people's stuff.
Hello, Nancy. Something I can do for you?
I'll let you get back to work.
Take care.
I don't like... No, I don't want to talk... Let's see, I feel like the nicest person so far is, Shorty.
Miss Nancy, how may I be of service?
Have you ever met Mary Yazzie?
Course. Nice lady. I mean, for the most part. Gets real unfriendly when the subject of the Raleighs comes up.
Do you know anything about the piece of property she's been trying to buy from the Raleighs?
Well, I know she says she wants to buy it because she feels spiritually drawn to it, but I think she's got something up her sleeve. Oh, Nancy, it's great having you here. I mean, I like to talk, you know? I like to converse, to debate, to discuss.
You like to gossip, don't you? Or most people think I'm too nosy. Nancy, we are too nosy.
Most people think I'm too nosy.
You're not nosy. Me neither. People like you and I are fascinated by the human condition, that's all. So, who else do you want to talk about?
Nobody really.
God.
Well, I'd better get going.
Don't be a stranger.
Who else do you want to talk about? I really want to cook something.
Miss Nancy, how may I be of service?
Keep clicking on his feet.
I'd better get going.
Drop by anytime.
Okay, very carefully. Turn it. There we go. Alright. What do you want me to call now? Any emails? Nope. Yeah. So I got the key for this. Just save it. Sold. Letter is still here, right? Yeah. Okay, so the threatening letter is still here. Appears to be everything. Okay, and it gets locked, so that's nice. Alright, so they mentioned this corner bench thing. I wanted to look at it. Birds, flowers. Pretty cactus flower here. Blankets. Okay. Well, doesn't appear to be anything. Let's go ahead and take a look at the picture, maybe. Can we get up to the picture? Yeah. She's very pretty. She has the pocket watch! She has the pocket watch in her hand. Look at me. I'm so smart. We can't get any close for that. How about we go back to the mantle? I really feel like this clock is important. Is it the same time? Yeah. Also, you notice the colors? I feel like that could end up being important.
I wonder how you open this.
Well, so she's holding that pocket watch. That's important. Okay. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Internet. Search. Cliff dwellings, scorpions. Oh, you know, this is the saguaro cactus. Maybe this is what I'm talking about. Oh, funny. This is the bell peppers and the stuff we could have looked at to see if they were ready. Funny. Oops. Okay. Harvesting vegetables. Cliff dwellings. No. Cliff dwellings. There we go. Around AD 350 to 1300 as a people that would become known as the ancestral Puebloans became the dominant culture in Arizona. The term Anasazi is also used to describe them, but because the Anasazi is Navajo for ancient enemies, many modern-day Native Americans object to the term and refer to their ancestors as ancestral Puebloans, or the ancient ones when speaking English. That makes sense. This ancient people started out as hunter-foragers, but around 300 AD they started to depend more and more on farming. As a result, they began building permanent living structures. First, they built pit houses, which as the name suggests, were essentially covered pits. Then around the pits, they began to erect walls made of loosely spaced wooden stakes, plastered with mud. This jackal construction was gradually replaced by masonry. Walls made of blocks of stone. Roofs consisted of a lattice work of poles, branches, and brush covered with a layer of mud. These freestanding above-ground multi-room and sometimes multi-story stone buildings were known as pueblos. From about 700 AD until about 1275, most of the ancestral Puebloans lived in pueblos. For a brief period from about 1200 to 1300, some of them built dwellings in the alcoves of cliffs. These cliff dwellings were made of sandstone blocks and mud mortar. While most of these dwellings were relatively modest in size and scope, their construction would have been difficult even in modern times. Why they were built only to be abandoned less than 100 years later remains a mystery. Some cliff dwellings, like the ones at Mesa Verde, are spectacular feats of architecture, having many rooms on many levels, as well as many circular, semi-underground ceremonial rooms known as kivas. Some cliff dwellings included towers, several stories tall, that were apparently not built for habitation. They may have been built so that one community could communicate with another via mirrors made of mica. Some scientists think they were used for astronomical observations. Very cool. The doors in the cliff dwellings are surprisingly small. The ancient ones no doubt built them that way because they wanted to keep out the cold air in the winter, but also because people who lived 800 years ago were smaller than people are today. Have any of you guys ever gone into, like, ancient, like, castles and things? The passageways of these are insanely small. Even, I think it was Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon, like, the little bed that they had was just so small. An average male then was about 5'4" and an average woman was 5'1", so I would have been taller than the average man. By AD 1300, the ancestral Puebloans abandoned their cliff dwellings and pueblos, and left. While some believe they were chased out by some unknown but obviously fearsome enemy, others surmised that conditions had simply grown unfavorable to their agricultural lifestyle. Droughts and killing frosts may have become all too frequent, causing them to conclude that it was time to start over somewhere else. Which reminds me of, like, when I lived in western Texas, I was like, honestly, why do you guys live out here? It is so dang hot. There's no water. Okay. Too bad from Charlene. Okay. I'm small enough that I never even realized perks of being short. Well, you know, it's funny too, right? Like, I'm only 5'5", but people always think I'm taller. I don't know if it's just because I'm kind of a larger person in general, and so I give the impression of being bigger. I wonder if we should call the sheriff.
I don't need that right now. I don't need that right now.
Lady, you don't let me call. Who I want to call? I do have tall vibes, thank you. It's my personality.
Hernandez.
Hi. Are you the sheriff?
Hernandez.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm staying at Shadow Ranch.
Oh, yeah. How's that doing?
Of course, they all know each other.
It sounds like he's going to be okay.
Good. That's good. Only met him a couple of times, but I liked him.
Because he just moved in, right?
What's her name?
Bet, short for Elizabeth.
They seem real determined to make a go of that place. I like that. So, what can I do for you?
Did you hear about the phantom horse that showed up at Shadow Ranch last night?
Did you say phantom horse?
Just before Ed was bitten by that snake, this glowing horse came galloping up outside, then went galloping away.
Glowing horse? Sounds to me like somebody's playing a joke. Friend of Shorty's, I'll bet, trying to get a rise out of him. Probably succeeding, knowing Shorty.
So I had thought, right, you know, as we try to decide who we think is the guilty party. So we've got Jane Nash, who's the sister of Tex out there, and she said that, you know, she was kind of like gonna get even with them, and he's in charge of the horses. I wonder if the two of them colluded together to like make this whole thing happen. Of course, it just seems like the kind of thing where, like, you know, you're gonna lose your job too if you murder this person.
Do you know most of the men who work at Shadow Ranch?
I know them all. That doesn't mean I'm best buddies with them, but it's a pretty small world out here. And I've either known or known of those boys for years.
And they're all stand-up guys, as far as you know?
I'd vouch for every single one of them.
Thanks for your help.
Anytime.
We haven't called home Frank and Joe, and I'm guessing maybe we don't, like, we're not dating Ned at this point. Let's go ahead and call Charlena back and let her know it was in the trunk. Honestly, I feel like giving all this information away is a little weird, but...
Thank you for holding, and thank you for calling the office of Charlena Purcell. Miss Purcell's latest novel, Like Wind Through My Heart, was an instant bestseller. And like so many of her novels...
Never mind.
Didn't she want us to call her back? Okay. Alright, well, we need to find something to go get this ourselves up that hall, or not hall, that cliff edge. We lost our opportunity to ask for a rope from Tex because he's mad at us. Anything in? Something highlight there? Just an old-fashioned sink. Let's turn around. Dave didn't have any new information. Anything to touch out here? Let's give, because we have to ask to ride.
Not that my family's any of your concern, but my sister did work for the Raleighs.
Change your heart
back in
much?
Phoenix. She got fired, she got mad, but she's over it. Okay?
So why didn't you just tell me that before, so it's just a coincidence that you ended up working for the Raleighs? I feel like let's not be confrontational with this dude. He is not going to react well.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
Because it makes me look bad. I figured no one would ever find out. When you did, I just got all flustered like.
Okay. I mean, I feel like that's a reasonable... So all the bad stuff that's been going on around here, it's not because you're helping her get back at the Raleighs for letting her go. Are you and your sister very close? Oh, God. Right, he just needed a minute. And I get it. I mean, like I said, right? You know, if they were colluding together, he's gonna lose his job, right? Like, that's just kind of how it's gonna go. And now they both lost their job. I'm not gonna be confrontational with this dude. I just don't think he can handle it. His emotional maturity is a little bit on the, volatile side.
Are you and your sister very close?
Nope. Fact is, my sister can be kind of a flake.
Okay.
I'd have probably fired her too.
Okay. This is terrible, but sometimes I feel like that way about my brother. I could definitely see firing him.
I need a rope. Do you think I could borrow yours?
Nope.
Okay. I like how it's just nope. There's just, that's... Okay.
Talk to you later.
If you last that long.
You are a bastard.
Can't check that off yet.
There was nothing in here. All the tack and stuff. Also, I don't love this plan that we have of climbing up that ledge by a tree branch. touch anything.
Hello, Nancy. Something I can do for you?
I'll let you get back to work.
Ma'am?
Oh god. Teenager, don't call me man. Just chicken. Okay. Any thoughts on where we might obtain something to climb? Definitely not a sledgehammer. So she's thinking that the sheriff could be a suspect. We looked in the house already. We talked to everybody. Well, let's give home a call.
This is the Drew residence. Please leave a message at the beep.
Hi, Hannah. Bye, Hannah.
If I remember correctly, Hannah is like the housekeeper.
What is it this time?
Excuse me?
Nancy, hi! Sorry, I thought you were somebody else.
Everybody's mean to me. Who did you think I was?
Who'd you think I was?
Hey, Nancy.
Hi, Frank.
I thought you were this guy we're doing some work for.
You guys are on a case? That's great.
No, it's not. Turns out the guy is a bit neurotic.
What does he want you to do?
He wants us to track down his missing laptop. He left it at a restaurant. Only he keeps calling us. Yeah, like every 2 minutes. He's become a real nuisance.
Maybe you should just quit.
Can't.
Why not?
The guy's filthy rich. And if we find that laptop, he said he'd make us filthy rich.
Sure.
But the real reason we can't quit is he's the son of our mother's best friend. Yeah, if we quit, we'd never hear the end of it. Uh-oh, we've got another call. Let him leave a message for the 9 millionth time. So Nancy, tell us about the ranch.
I found a locket watch in that
Let's
old
see.
trunk at Mary Yazzie, but I don't know how to open it. Any hints?
Lockets that look alike often open alike. It's a part of the blanket tape. Bet you're glad to get that off your chest.
Maybe I'm just being suspicious, but a blanket statement seems an odd choice of phrase there. It makes me wonder if there's something like in that blanket chest in the corner.
The Raleighs aren't here because Mr. Raleigh was bitten by a rattlesnake last night.
Whoa, how bad off is he?
In
He's
the
still
hospital.
in the hospital, but they think he's going to be okay. And that's not all that happened last night.
We're listening.
Apparently, this glowing horse came running up to the ranch house, caused everybody to go rushing out to look, then went racing off into the night.
We get nut jobs who can't keep track of their computers. And what does Nancy get? Horses that glow in the dark. I mean, I know life isn't fair, but this is ridiculous.
Catch you later.
Stay safe. Watch out for varmints.
Anything else that we could look at? Because I really feel like we've missed something.
Hello?
Hey, Bess.
Nancy, our link to the world of excitement and intrigue and decent food. What's the latest?
I don't know how I'm gonna help you with food.
Has either of you two ever read anything by an author named Charlena Purcell? She writes romance novels that take place in the Old West.
That rules me out. I saw her on a talk show once. Seemed kind of full of herself. Why do you ask?
I had to call her in order to open this old trunk at Mary Yazzie's. She knows a lot about the people who used to live at Shadow Ranch.
I bet I know more about 19th century clothing design than she does.
I'm not sure what I should do next.
Check that task list you keep in your notepad.
Or the case notes you keep there. Maybe those will help.
How about some hints?
I think that can be arranged.
What do you need?
I found a locket watch in that old trunk at Mary Yazzie's, but I don't know how to open it. Any hints?
You need to find the peg that fits in that little hole.
Find a locket just like it and your problem will be solved.
What kind of blanket statement is that?
Just something I had to get off my chest. That's all.
Okay, it's gotta
That's
be
it
over
for
here
now.
at this
Thanks
chest.
for calling. Bye, Nan.
I must just be missing it. Because blanket statement is a very strange phrase. Alright. We're looking closely. Frickin' holes with the clock! I was right! Okay, I'm sorry. I think it was 443. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Nope. Maybe there? Nope. Okay, I'm all back. Hey, you know what? At least I was right that clock thingy seemed to be important. You remember how I mentioned that there were colors on that clock? It's red, blue, and yellow. So that gets us 12, 2, and 7. Cassie, please be gentle with yourself. Two. Red was 12. This one was 7. Nice.
This doesn't look like it was ever opened.
Francis at Shadow Ranch.
As usual, things did not work out like I planned. Just when I get everything fixed just right for you to go looking for the thing I hid for you, I go and get myself arrested.
I told you that was
but
what
no
was
matter
on
what
this
you
land.
hear, nothing is gonna happen to me. I will be fine and we will be together soon, I promise. Meanwhile, you can keep busy by looking for what I hid. Start by using this piece of paper to mark where all the rock pictures are. They will tell you what to do next. Your favorite flowers and the flowers on your favorites, start keeping them in mind too. I will leave a message for you in this here cell, just in case they decide to move me to the jail down in Tumbleweed or something.
I will be fine, dies. Okay. Your favorite flowers and the flowers on your favorites. The recipes. I bet you there's flowers in the recipe cards. Okay, so we'll go over there and check that. Your favorite flowers, maybe in her portrait? Okay.
As usual, I like vexing your brain, because when you are thinking real hard, like when you're playing the piano, you are more beautiful than anything in the world.
Aww.
I am sure to be out of here before you find my treasure, but in case I am not, know that it is all yours, and that you are more precious to me than 10,000 treasures put together.
Aww.
9, 12, 15, 22, 5, 25, 15, 21. Dirk. P.S. I do not and never will hold what your father did to me against you.
B, I also agree, that's really cute. Like, I don't know, I'm interested to learn more about this Dirk Valentine dude. Like, was he really an outlaw? It sounds like it, because he does have treasure hidden somewhere. But it does seem really sweet. Is there a second page? This looks like the rock formation we were on, and this is where the pictograms were. Okay, we took that. Yes, Liv, I think the letter was absolutely adorable, regardless of what else is going on. He is at least in love with Francis. Let's give a little save. The remote was very easy to find. It was just in the couch where she was. Pin, please. Okay, more clock. So this is what? 120, 118? MH. MH. Was her mother? No, because her mother had an A name. Down. Where did I put the code? Okay. Well, 9. Okay. Well, you can't touch 9, so. Any other letters or numbers? Can I take this with me? that one's stuck. Okay. 10, 12. Okay. 10, 12, 6, 2. 10, 12, 6, 2, 8, 4. Nice. Oh, is this them? Nice. Okay. Book. This is the journal of Merrill Humber.
July 4th, 1882. Got sworn in as sheriff. It was the 4th, so it's like all them celebrations was for me, which of course they weren't. Frances thought up a song and played it on the piano for me. I forget how it went, but it was purty. I'm lucky to have her for a daughter. Hereford Shoup come by with a plant he brung from New York, which he calls Harrison's Yellow. Looks right dead to me, but Frances planted it out back and give it some water, and already it looks to be on the mend. She's 17 and can read and write good and knows her numbers. Hereford's thinking to marry her, but I said she ain't of that mind yet.
Okay, let's see. Just looking for anything that might be like clues. So this is Frances's father's journal. Okay. And that was his pocket watch? Which I guess makes sense, because then Frances has it in her hand. Harrison's Yellow. Harrison's Yellow seems like it might be important, because the other letter mentioned, like, favorite flowers. She's 17 and can read and write good and knows her numbers.
March 30th, 1883.
Liv, that's really
Frances
cute.
has got eyes for a young man named Dirk. She says he's from Prescott. Cappy says when she plays the piano, this Dirk makes everyone be quiet so he can hear her good.
That's kind of cute.
I ain't never seen her smile like she smiles now. I told her to bring him to the ranch for dinner, but she says he won't come because he is too shy. I wonder if that is the truth. April 16th, 1883.
Oh, why did the voice
Got
change?
a letter from the sheriff over in Phoenix about this Dirk Valentine who was wanted for robbing 2 banks in a stagecoach. The picture with the letter looked just like Dirk, who Frances is sweet on. When I showed her the picture, she got tearful and run off. Now, Dirk is gone, and she won't say nothing about where he went. August 2nd, 1883. Dirk Valentine is robbing banks and coaches and trains all over the territory. Frances says he never ever shoots his gun and only steals from people that already got plenty of money. But that ain't true, because some of them trains he robbed was carrying money, meant to pay miners a hard-earned wages. He is nothing but a no-good, greedy outlaw, but Frances gets real mad when I say that. I fear she is still sweet on him, and that she sees him when she knows I am busy, and gets letters from him which she hides from me. September 9th, 1883. Got hold of a note Frances sent to Dirk and saw where they was going to meet. So I got a posse and we caught Dirk, and now he's in jail. The judge is coming next week, and I hear he is a hanging judge, so Dirk most likely ain't long for this world. Frances won't say nothing to me no more and says she never will again. September 13th, 1883. Dirk sent a secret letter to Frances, which Mason got hold of and give to me.
Must be the letter we
Locked it up
found.
so she won't ever read it. Frances ain't allowed to see Dirk in jail, of course. If she never sees his letter, maybe she will think he don't like her no more, and maybe she will stop liking him. Frances' ma would have known what to do better than me. I wish she was still alive. September 17th, 1883. They hung Dirk at noon. I thought I would be glad, but I ain't. September 18th, 1883. Frances took Brownie in my big saddlebag and is gone. She ain't told no one where she's going, not even Cappy. But I know she will forget Dirk, and when she does, she will come home because she's a smart gal and will figure out that I did what I'd done for her. January 4th, 1884. My sister says her little girl Ellie got a letter that said Frances went east and is not of a mind to ever return. I hope this ain't the truth, because I miss her something awful. June 11th, 1884. The Harrison's Yellow,
So
which
favorite
Frances
flower.
said was her favorite flower in the world, is just a pile of brown sticks now. I don't know how to look after delicate things like that.
whole story is really sad. Like, I feel bad for the dad, because I don't think that it's wrong to have, like, gone after this, outlaw. He's the sheriff, it's his job, it's his duty. But obviously, like, there's this whole love thing, and, like, obviously the guy actually loved her, but can we excuse the fact that he was robbing people? You know, just because you didn't actually shoot your gun doesn't mean you didn't, like, rob these people.
I ain't seen or heard from Frances in a year. I tell people she's on her way home, but when I look in my heart, I know this is a lie. She will never come back to Shadow Ranch. It's just my fault. I'll just have to find a way to live with it.
Look at the tears on his face from this dad, who just did what he thought was right, and honestly is probably right by this girl. Because you can't just decide that the man didn't rob people. Like, wow. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, so this was the letter that she never got. Never knew that he really loved her. Okay. So the Harrison yellow is her favorite flower. The writer did die. They're a couple generations back, I believe. But, like, his daughter fell in love with this outlaw, and he was the sheriff, and so he captured the outlaw. Outlaw got hanged. Daughter left forever. There's tears on the page. So it's quite an emotional roller coaster. The dad kept this letter back from the daughter, and so she never knew that this man loved her, and he really did. He, like, loved to hear her play the piano and thought she was so wonderful. So anyway, let's see. I was going to show you guys this little tear-stained page and how sad it is. Can I fast forward? Look here at the end. Look at this sad man who's never going to see his daughter again because he did the right thing because he was the sheriff. Like, how sad is that? And then we've got this beautiful love letter that Frances never saw with treasure that should have been hers. Let's see. I am sure to be out of here before you find my treasure, but in case I am not, know that it is all yours, and that you are more precious to me than 10,000 treasures put together. Like, it's so sad. I do not and never will hold what your father did to me against you. Let's see, what else was sweet in this? He knows about our favorite flowers. You know, it's so sad. Spring, I'm telling you, this is an emotional game. Like, we were all like, oh, horses, we're having a great time, and all of a sudden it's like forbidden love and unrequited love, and, you know, live, don't cry. Anyway, it is a beautiful game. Oh, did the dad say if she read the letter? Oh my god. I gotta open it again. Oh, good. Okay. Let's see. Did he say that he read the letter? Let's see. I got a note. Dirk sent a secret letter to Frances with Mason got hold of and gave to me. I'll lock it up so she won't ever read it. Frances is not allowed to see Dirk in jail, of course, and if she ever sees the letter... If she never sees the letter, maybe she'll think that he doesn't like her no more. So it doesn't look like he read it. He didn't read it, which... honestly, I feel like is a little weird. Because surely, right? Like, if I was the sheriff and this outlaw sent the secret letter to my daughter, I would read the letter. And we know Nancy would. Nancy reads all kinds of things that aren't hers. Also, I feel like this game is making my accent really aggressive. I do not usually twang quite so hard. And then this is Frances. This is the girl who loved the man and ran away. This is the pocket watch, which we are about to open because we got the key fob. And, oh, we were gonna look at her recipes because Elizabeth, who owns this ranch, found them and thought that they were interesting and that she should keep them. Let's see. I wonder if there's gonna be an easy way to see. God, there was also the vinegar pie. The ghost? There is a phantom horse. So we got a ghost horse. Nancy is a Snoop. So Spring, we were in the tack house, right, with Bob our horse, and we knocked some stuff out of this dude's saddlebags, and we're just opening letters. He's behind us. We're just opening letters and looking at it, and I'm like, excuse you, lady. Why are you getting all up in people's business? Okay, I was hoping for like a picture. My favorite. Ooh, there we go. Marzipan flower. Ooh. Okay. So Harrison's yellow was her favorite flower, and then he mentioned that your flower's favorite. So this is her favorite recipe. So we're gonna put marzipan flower. Yes, I am making notes because my brain is like a colander and things just go through it. Nancy, that's a crime. So, you know, not complete with icing in my marzipan flower. So I feel like that's important for this information. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with it. But we do have this, and I wonder if I can touch it
I wonder how you open this.
Here we go, that's what we gotta do.
Bingo! F.H. Francis Humber?
And then the one that we found before had M.H., which I will admit I can't remember, but it was her father's watch, it appeared to be. At least the sapphire stealing was somewhat sanctioned by the police. Yeah, but it's also like, you're just taking the word of this random detective that you're not going to be prosecuted. Nancy has committed so many crimes in the name of solving a mystery. Oh, Meryl. Thank you, Spring. That sounds right. Okay. So the last one, it was basically just like a little puzzle. You had to see which one pushed down and stayed down. Okay, so 1, 1, 5. Okay. Just trial and error. 1, 5, 9. Okay, 1, 5, 9, 7. 1, 5, 9, 7, and then that will be a 3 and 11. I got a big brain. Oh, guys. So this was her locket, and the picture was of her and her father, and she ripped it down the middle, and her father's no longer there.
Green bottle under... Oh, man, wonder what that means.
I'm fine. You're fine. It's all fine. Okay. Green bottle. I've never seen a bottle. B! It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm fine. You're fine. Everybody's fine. Alright, we got this arrowhead. We got this coin. Let's see. What's on my to-do list? Liv, I'm so sad. Yeah, this is fine. It's fine. Find out what the deal is with the Phantom Horse that the Raleigh's with. I feel like this is oddly, like, here at the end, like I should have looked at it.
Check.
Oh. Okay. I don't feel like we've figured out what is going on with the Phantom Horse, but sure. Okay. Alright, let's
Miss
see what...
Nancy,
Nope.
how may I be of service?
Well, I'd better get going.
Come back soon.
Okay. We still have our canteen, right? Yes, okay. Because in this game, apparently you can die. If you go... Oh.
And she'll be coming around the mountain when she goes. Yodelay.
I can't take any more.
Where are you going? You can't leave. The Raleigh said we were to have a cookout and entertain our guest.
Yeah, well, I don't call this entertainment. It's worse than whatever that stuff was you cooked.
That was lamb ragout for your information, and it was great. If you couldn't appreciate it, it's because your taste buds are about as sophisticated as a sand flea's.
I think I'll turn in too. Night, ma'am. Next time, just stick to burgers.
Et tu, Brute? You see that? You see what I put up with? Day in and day out, I cast my culinary pearls before ungrateful, uncultured swine. Well, I'll show them.
Oh,
I'll write a
okay.
best-selling cookbook, that's what I'll do. Then I'll get my own TV show, then I'll do a movie, and while they're out here punching cattle, I'll become a vizier.
Punching cattle? I do love the pearls before swine.
Oh my gosh.
Ghost! Ghost! The ghost horse! Oh my god. something? No. Okay. That is a good looking horse. The next morning. Oh, we're just not gonna fix the water?
Happened right after that phantom horse showed up again?
The pump house blew just as the horse was galloping away.
Oh, my, this is awful. Maybe Shorty was right.
This
Maybe
is
that
the,
horse is a
ranch
bad
owner.
omen.
I'm more inclined to think that someone is using that horse to divert attention. That's what someone wants you to think, Aunt Bet. Yeah, it's obviously diversion.
I'm more inclined to think that someone is using that horse to divert attention.
What do you mean?
It's possible that while everyone's attention was on that horse, someone sabotaged the pump house.
Why on earth would someone sabotage the pump house?
So our running theory is that the horse is a real horse. It's just been painted in like fluorescent paint or something like that. Because let's be honest, this is 2000, like, I don't know, 7. I don't think we've got like a hologram or anything going on. And it's in the middle of literal nowhere. So it's got to be a real horse just painted. Somebody trying to chase you off the ranch. Could be someone trying to get back at you. So there is a previous employee who was fired, who is the sister of Tex, the really cranky one that was on the right-hand side. And she said that she would get back at them. So that's who I'm kind of leaning towards. Tex says that he has nothing to do with it. Do we believe him?
Could someone be trying to get back at you for something?
I can't imagine who.
Maybe I can find out.
You don't think Tex or Shorty or Dave is somehow involved, do you?
It's possible, but I just don't know yet.
Oh, my. You might not be safe there.
Maybe we should send her home.
I'll be fine, really. I want to help, and I can help.
A herd of wild horses couldn't drag me away.
Use your help.
Yes, you could. You're also suspicious. Can you think of anyone who might have a grudge against you? I don't know, this employee you fired, this indigenous lady you won't sell land to. I mean, there's only a couple people that are mad at you.
Can you think of anyone who might have a grudge against you?
No, but I'll tell you what. Ed and I will put our thinking caps on, and if anything comes to us, we'll call you. Have you called the sheriff and told him all this?
Not yet.
Tell her about the storms.
Tell me about the what?
The storms. You need to be careful when you go riding because it can be sunny one minute and pouring down rain the next.
I'll be careful.
Good. And if you have any more questions, just call.
One more thing. Until I figure out what's going on, it would probably be a good idea not to mention my suspicions to anyone at the ranch.
Of course. Keep in touch.
I will. Bye.
Of course, we're making this phone call in the middle of the middle of the common area. We're gonna give it a little save, because, you know. B, I mean, honestly, that's a good thought, too, right? Like, there's not... You got things behind, not clear line of sight, all that good stuff. Alright, let's see your checklist. Mark where all the pteroglyphs are on that map Dirk made for Francis, and we did kind of start that, so we'll have to go back out. Eyes peeled for a green bottle that's under something, so if you guys see it, shout it out, let me know. Buttons on the watch face of that pocket wasp must do something. I
Check.
can figure that out. 3 holes, yep.
Check.
Find out where the rock pictures are that Dirk Valentine...
I'm finished with that.
Yep, we know that's out at Cougar Rock, I believe. As usual, get Tex's permission to go riding, figure out a way to get up on that ledge. He didn't let us take his rope yesterday, but maybe today he'll be more inclined to. But let's go ahead and stop off at Shorty. We all love Shorty. He's a dramatic mess who loves to gossip. That looked very green. Ooh, we can go touch his stuff. We're gonna go touch his stuff. Can I touch anything? Hello? Please? Ooh. We haven't been over here before. Oh, anything? Ooh.
Mineral deposits?
What did we say? What did we say? She's got spiritual drawing to this place where she wants to buy the land? I bet you... Let's see. I bet you it's like over here, one of these things that she wants. Anything to touch? Anything to touch. Does not look
Can I help you find something?
No, actually, I pretty much found everything on my own.
For your information, I got those maps because I was hoping there might be a long-lost gold mine or two around here. But like most of my get-rich-quick ideas, it didn't pan out. Apparently, there's no gold left in them thar hills, or silver, or copper, or anything else. Now, I don't ever want to catch you in my stuff again.
Ooh. Oops. Well, Also, back when I lived in West Texas, the big mine in the area was a tin mine, so that was cool. You could hike up from actually a neighborhood, right? Like a straight up just regular residential neighborhood. You could hike all the way up to this tin mine. It was, of course, covered at this point because it's unsafe, but it was really cool.
Yes?
I'd like to apologize.
Just proves we're birds of a feather. I've been known to go poking through other people's stuff myself.
I am not shocked.
Got any chores you want me to do?
Do exactly what you did for me yesterday, and I'll be forever grateful. Start by picking all the ripe stuff in the garden again. Basket's outside.
Okay, so this time I think we're gonna look, I think it was the internet that had a search about the vegetables, so hopefully we can do it right so he doesn't yell at us, because we got the wrong stuff last time.
Have you been out to the pump house?
All the water to the ranch house has been cut off. The
Lovely.
livestock will still get water from the windmills, but we humans are gonna have to get every single drop of water we use from the faucet in the pump house. And that's gonna be a royal pain. Why can't that darn horse do its cursed thing somewhere else?
So you really think what happened to the house was a result of bad luck? I'm inclined to think that someone, not something, is responsible for the damage to the pump house. Why are we bonding with people over not respecting people's property? Honestly. He's also like, who else do you want to talk about? So, didn't we just say to Bet and Ed that we didn't want to let them know that we're suspicious of people? I'm
You
gonna go
really
with this
think what
one.
happened to the pump house was the result of bad luck?
I saw the pipe. It was rusted through. That's why it burst. That and bad vibes from that equine banshee.
Okay. So it's not that the pipe was rusted through and it just failed.
Well,
Okay.
I'd better get going.
Come back soon.
Okay. So we need to get water for the fire, vegetables, eggs. Basket. Go over to vegetable. Rattling. Nope. 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 How about we don't go over there right now? The bucket is still full. The rattling could very well mean a snake, and that is not what we are about today. Easy feed. See what eggs we got. And you do not touch this chicken, she will F you up with her raptor claws. Oh, I don't have to get eggs today? Still rattling? I think we need to go tell...
Pick those vegetables for me yet?
Well...
I need those vegetables, Nancy.
Okay.
Pick those vegetables for me yet?
Not yet.
I need those vegetables, Nancy.
Okay, okay, but like there's a rattlesnake, it's gonna bite me. We're gonna save, because I feel like we're gonna die. See it? Oh, I need a shovel. That's how you deal with snakes. You smack them with a shovel. You like my cell phone? It's fancy, right? Harvesting vegetables. So we're looking for Romano. Beans. Looking for beans. Snap beans. Right beans should be pinched or cut off the plant, not pulled. The more beans you pick, the more beans the plant will produce. Picture below, the beans on the left are underripe, beans in the middle are ripe, and the beans on the middle are ripe, and those on the right are overripe. Okay. So I'm thinking these look pretty good. Those are overripe though, right? He's gonna yell at me, that's alright. Bicolored for the egg. Let's take a look. Why do I have to open it all the way through? tomatoes. What is people's thoughts on beans here in the chat? Let me know. I personally love pretty much any kind of bean. Not a huge fan of lima beans. But, you know, refried beans are excellent. Black beans are excellent. He's gonna yell at me. I just know it. Yeah, might as well, right? Like,
It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into Shorty right away.
Pick those vegetables for me yet?
You betcha.
Oh no, you got stuff in here that isn't ripe yet. Picking stuff before it's ripe is a waste of perfectly good food. So don't do it again, you hear?
it was probably one
Now,
of those
you
tomatoes.
just fill that egg basket for me again.
Okay,
We'll be
here's the
all
eggs.
set.
Well, I'd better get going.
Come
B,
back
that was my
soon.
thought. Ghost. So the first time I visited the UK, and we were just at like a hostel or whatever, we went down for breakfast, and I'm looking at this dish of baked beans, and I'm like, what? It's not something we do here in the States, but honestly, it was excellent. I had a great time. Loved the the baked beans on toast. But B, yeah, I was thinking that like the overripe beans, I guess you could like dry out to plant, you know, the next year or whatever, because yeah, it seemed like a waste to keep them up there. Alright, let's go get us some eggs and try not to get killed by raptor chicken. Well, she didn't leave me one anyway. We've already fixed the basket, so it shouldn't break on us again. Nothing. Nice. Got everything. Good. Oh, alright, that's good. Gotcha. Well, we didn't get murdered by snakes, so there's that.
Got those eggs for me?
Right here.
Good for you.
6.
I need you to do one more thing. It's Tex's birthday.
Oh god, okay.
The Raleighs told me to make him a cake. Now, if I make it, he'll throw a fit. But if you make it, he might actually appreciate it. So why don't you dig a cake recipe out of the recipe box and have at it? I don't care when you make it, just so it's done by the end of the day. The icing's already made.
I've got many feelings on this. First of all, he doesn't like me. Second of all, we're about to make this vinegar pie because it sounds disgusting and Tex is a pain in the butt.
Could I get a canteen of water from you?
You betcha. You're good to go.
No, it's not. I need you to look very carefully. Look in the couch and look under your blanket.
Okay.
Thank you. You're a big girl. I know you can do it. I love you. The reason I told her no is because she's already asked me that once, so I think at this point it's a bit of a game.
Well, I'd better get going.
Don't be a stranger.
Alright, I've been saying I wanted to bake. Alright. Well, we have to make the Shadow Ranch cake, right? Because it's, what's her name now? I can't think. Francesca? Francis's favorite? Okay. Butter, eggs, milk, flour, baking powder, sugar, vanilla, icing, and my marzipan flour. Francis, thank you, Pete. Is it in my inventory now? Okay, great. Did he put a bowl out for me, maybe?
First thing I'll need to make that cake is a mixing bowl.
Ooh, oh, ooh. I love this. I love it so much. Where's my recipe? Hello?
I can't get in there right now. Missed.
What do you mean missed?
I can't get in there right now. I can't get in there right now.
I'm not touching anything. Oh my god, I didn't look. Am I supposed to do more than one egg?
I can't get in there right now. I can't get in there right now.
If you don't shut the F up.
I can't get in there right now. I can't get in there right now.
Oh, is he gonna yell at me? Okay, I think we actually have to look at this recipe. You're gonna take a picture. Because there's no reason on this God-given earth that I couldn't look at this while I was working on it. And honestly, the best recipes look completely crazy. I have recipe cards that are completely stained all the heck. 1 stick equals half a cup. Oh. Okay. So we need 1 full cup butter. 2 eggs. Do any of you watch Dylan B. Hollis? I want to go with 2 eggies. And floof powder. 1 2/3 cups milk. third. 2/3. That's 1 cup. So okay, so B, so we gotta do our moo juice. I love him. I actually bought his cookbook, The Baking Yesteryear. I haven't actually done anything from it yet, but I'm very excited to. 4 cups of flour. Oh my god, I forget what the pint was. I don't want to have to throw it away. There's 4 cups. Again, right? I'm gonna Google this, because in a real world, I would just walk from the table over to the fridge where we know the stuff is. How many cups in a pint? 2 cups, so we need 2 of these. Tablespoon of floof powder. It's 3 teaspoons to a tablespoon. That one I know. The one and only measurement comparison I know. 2 1/3 cups of sugar, so what do you want to bet? It's a 1/3 cup again. Okay. So we need 6 to start. 2, 3, so that gets us 1 cup. 1, 2, 3, that's 2 cups, and then 1/3. One more. And then 3 teaspoons of vanilla. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm questioning my... How many teaspoons in a tablespoon? 3. So why would you write 3? Oh yeah, Nila. We're gonna do the Nila. Okay. That should be everything. What do I do to... Oh, there we go. Bake. Ingredients. No, I think I did. I got eggs, the eggies, moo juice, the floof powder, the Nila, the flour, and the sugar. That's everything, right? Yes. Oh. I assume in here? Oh my lord. Oh, okay. Bake.
Looks like I'm gonna have to guess how long to cook it and what temperature to use.
Medium seems right. For a cake, I don't know, 30 minutes? Medium for 30? Oh, jeez.
It's not cooked all the way through. I better bake it some more.
Okay, well, I mean, that's at least... Hello? It's better to have to cook some more than too much. Ooh, that looks good.
Perfect. Yeah. Maybe I should try a little, just to be sure.
Okay.
I should put that icing Shorty made on it.
Right-click pieces to
What are
rotate.
these?
I made you that flour Frances mentioned in her recipe. I cut all the pieces out of marzipan using her old forms, but I'll be darned if I can figure out how the pieces go.
Interesting. I feel like it'll lock in place if I get it right. Maybe. Oh my lord. Color scheme. have no idea how to approach this. So this is like the stem, and then the tulip is gonna be... Oh, I guess we should have looked at the Harrison yellow, picture. That might have helped us, huh? Can I pick up the... Excuse you. Pieces will lock into place when properly placed. Okay. So I'm all about like doing it myself, but like at some point when you're looking at something like this and you're like, I have zero idea how to go about this, I'd rather not sit here and like waste, I don't say waste my time, but like waste my time. Oh, you can kind of see the outline of the flower. Haha, it clicked in. Look at that. Ah, see, we're smart. We can do this. Look at us. We're so smart. Yes. Okay, see, so it wasn't quite so dire as it felt. Maybe this way? Yes, okay. Right there. Beautiful. Shark tooth looking thing, maybe? Beautiful. Maybe like that. Yes. And maybe like that.
It's a tulip. What's this?
That's food coloring, so you can paint that marzipan flower.
Okay, and so obviously... Ooh. Cute. Cute. How nice. Are we done? Ooh, okay.
Miss Nancy, how may I be of service?
Okay. Well, I'd better get going.
Don't be a stranger.
Yeah. As we've noticed with my playthrough of this, I am not a patient person, so I am definitely going to look up when I feel like we're completely lost. Okay. Shorty, we got the trays done. Mark all the petroglyphs, keep your eyes peeled for a green bottle. Okay, figure out a way to get up on that. Okay. Find out why Mary is so eager to buy the thing.
Can't check that off till it's done.
But didn't we look at the map? Like, that's probably why she's... Oh, you know what? I bet it wants me to look at this flower that we've totally done already. Harrison's yellow. Okay, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Oh, it's like a bush. Okay. I'm just skimming right now. Thickets of Harrison yellow can still be found along the length of the Oregon Trail. Did you guys ever play Oregon Trail? I used to love that game. Spring, I'm just impatient. I mean, I would like to think that maybe I could figure it out on my own, but I ain't got time for that. Yeah, I'm unashamedly totally happy with looking through a walkthrough. And honestly, because these games are older, there's some really beautiful, in-depth walkthroughs that we can look for. Yeah, let's grab the saddle I'm thinking about. Because we need it for Bob. Which reminds me, I'm sure, because I don't think any of you guys have children, but there's a Sandra Boynton book that talks about my 15 animals, and the character names all of the characters Bob. Bob my hamster, Bob my horse. All that. Okay.
Has anyone tried going after that phantom horse when it appears?
Spring.
Always something else going on, like Ed Raleigh getting snake bit or the pump house blowing up. Plus, that horse is fast. Probably couldn't catch it anyway.
I still don't like the way you talk.
Do you know anything about the treasure that Dirk Valentine supposedly hid for his sweetheart?
Nope.
Somehow I knew you were going to say that. Is it okay if I go riding?
Nope. Feed the chickens and the horses in the corral first. Could be fatal if you mess up, so don't.
Thanks.
Talk to you later.
Yahoo.
Yeah. No, I don't want to talk to you, you cranky butthead. Horse feed, measure by pound into bucket. Bob Tilly, Frank Dandy Cookie, Clyde Dawn, Halo, Zeke, and Ace. 2 scoops of chicken cow. Yahoo! Okay.
Check.
Chicken feeding, 2 scoops of the chicken chow, which I feel like was... Is it? That's a supplement. Which I feel like is gonna end up having poison to somebody. Why is it pink? I bet that's the cow food, because it's pink with that supplement. Okay. Oh, that's... Oh, no. Okay. Pretty sure it's supposed to be yeehaw, but sure, fine. Yahoo! Funny. Okay. Left to right, the contents of the bins are oats, pellets, corn, cattle supplement, and chicken chow. Was there a scoop in the chicken chow? There was. Okay. Oh my god. Why can't I back out of here? I'm about to poison these chickens. How do I pick up the bucket? Oh, I see. Let's go and empty. Let's empty it out, because obviously that was wrong. So let's go do the chickens first. Pretty sure it said 2 scoops, right? 2 scoops of chicken chow. Too easy. We can do this. Also, I will be heading off here in about 10-15 minutes, because it will be... Nap time will be over for the children.
Tex said to put the saddle and bridle back where I got it.
That's right, because I thought I was going riding. Hello? That's not what I wanted. We'll go ahead and put a little save here. While we're in here... Gotta turn around. I feel like my accent is really heavy. This music and the theme is making me drawl a little bit.
Okay, chickens, come and get it.
Come on, chickens. I need to feed the horses. Looking at the board, Bob needs 2 pounds of oats. So it should just be once a day, right? Yeah, so Bob, 2 oats, 1 corn, 1.5 mixed pellets. Measure by the pound in buckets. Okay. Watch the scale as you add the food. Okay. Man, my dad has chickens, and they're pretty hilarious. Okay. So 2 pounds oats, 1 of corn, 1.5 of mixed pellets. And I'm gonna go back up here to confirm. Oats, pellets, corn. I'm gonna write this down. I'm not good at this. Oats, pellets, corn, cattle supplement, chicken fat. So we don't need anything on the right now. It's oats, pellets, and corn. Oats, pellets, and corn. So 2 of oats, 1 of corn. Chickens are great. I love fresh eggs. I love fresh brown eggs with the rich orange yolk. I just, oh. A duck? That's fun. Oats, pellets, and corn. Okay, oats, pellets, corn, and we need 2 oats, 1 corn, 1.5 pellets. So we need 2 pounds. So that's 1 pound. So 1 more pound of the oats. Okay. 1 1 pound of corn. So let's do a scoop. Okay, so that's a half. More of the corn. The chicken is Ariel, I think, but the duck is Darkwing. That's amazing. Alright, so we're at 3. So we need to get to 4.5 of pellets. Ooh. So that scoop is a big scoop. So that's 4.5. Okay. Keep the bucket. I'm very stressed. I do not want to hurt these horses. Alright, baby boy. Here you go, Bob. All for you. Yeah. You're a good Bob. Who's next? Clyde. Clyde, coming up. Okay. Clyde. 3 oats, 1.5 mixed pellet. Okay? Okay, there we go. 3 oats, 1.5 mixed pellets. Too easy. We got this. Bob is the best boy. 3. And we can double check here. Clyde is 1.5 of the mixed pellets, which is 1 scoop. Because it's a big scoop. 1.5. Beautiful. Okay. Keep. Alright, Clyde. We're coming for you next, bud. Hiya, bud. Whoop, whoop. Hi, baby. Here's a good horsey. Yeah. Look at him. Look at his body. Yeah, so yummy. Alright, Ace is the last one. Alright, Ace, my man. Gonna get you. Ace is over here. 1 oats, half corn, 3 of mixed pellets. Okay, got this. I already forgot. 1 oats, half corn, 3 mixed pellets. 1 oats. Half of the corn. And that 1 oats, half corn, 3 mixed pellets. So 2 scoops of the pellets. Beautiful. Very stressed because like this could be fatal if we messed it up, but I think we got it. Hi, Ace, buddy. There you go. There you go, love. Is that good stuff? That's good stuff. Put her bucket back. There you go. Okay, let's turn around and talk to Cranky Butt.
Need something?
May I go riding now?
Old Bob's all yours. I set up some barrels and a sawhorse so you can do some barrel racing and practice roping. Whenever you're out there, I'll watch you and time you. If you get good enough, like say, you get your time below 10 seconds, and if you can lasso the sawhorse like say, 4 times out of 5, I'll give you your very own lariat. You can practice as much as you want whenever you want. Just don't go walking off with my rope, 'cause I'll be watching.
Talk to you later.
Just stay out of trouble.
Okay, so I think that is a great place to stop for today, because I feel like there is definitely going to be a learning curve with the barrel racing and the roping. Although I do feel like I've got the general concept, right? So it's like kind of loopy, you know what I mean? Like a figure 8 almost. Spring, there's just something about his voice that like aggravates me. I don't love it, right? But I bet you he's not the bad guy, because he's too obvious to be the bad guy. My money, throwing it out there, Dave and Mary are having an affair, and they're trying to get the rights to, like, I don't know, the mines that they think are out there. Just, you know, crazy hypotheses there. And get in as close as you can to the barrels without hitting them. Right, because you got to do it as fast as you can. So you want to take the corners fast. I've been to a few rodeos. I got the concept, I think. I think it's more remembering where you're going, right? So you got to go left, and then around the barrel right, around right again, as we can see there. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, because I can tell that Mr. Man is awake. He's just chilling. But I'd rather not have him upset before I have to go in and get him. And that seems like a really good place to be finished. So thank you so much, guys. It was a nice long session today.